This playful shawl is a fun way to harvest your leftover yarn and autumns. Let me share you my tips. So this is called Herb Gatherer, and it's a pattern that I have just released. Mine is, as you can see, quite small. It's kerchief sized shawl, but the fun thing about this is that you can make it as big as you want. Just keep on working the striped block or block of stripes repeats for as long as you want, until you get to the size you're looking for, or until you run out of yarn. There is stockinette stitch, seed stitch, and garter stitch. So plenty of cozy texture. You can play around with these as well. In the pattern, I do give two options for the seed stitch, where you can end it with either a knit row or a purl row, and it gives a slightly different look, and you can alternate them like I did here for some visual, like added visual interest. It's very visually full, the shawl already, but it's a really nice way to play with it some more. This is not difficult to do at all. I think the most complex parts about it are the make one right and make one left increases that you do along the central spine and at the edges, and the I-cord edge that I did at the top edge. I see this pattern as a canvas, and you can fill it, paint it with your scrap yarn as you wish. I used a total of 6 different colors. You can do more or you can do less. I recommend having at least 3 colors so you can make the different sections really stand out. But if you wanted, you could easily do every single stripe with a different color, depending on what kind of scrap pile you're working with. My shawl is a mixture of sport weight and fingering weight yarns. My main color, the gray one here, is a sport weight yarn. It's a mixture of wool and alpaca. So if all of your scraps or your main color is a fingering weight yarn, your shawl is going to turn out a little bit smaller, likely, unless of course you do more stitch reps or more pattern reps. But adding a row here or there with a fingering weight yarn works out just fine. It doesn't alter the gauge too much. They're close enough to each other. And then you can add your own extras to this. If I was making this larger, or why not even for here, but I can definitely see tassels at each corner. So those could really add to the playfulness. And you could even do them in more color. You can use all of the colors that you use in the shawl, just the main color, or even an additional color or colors for the tassels. They can all be the same, all be different. So just use your imagination, see where your intuition is pulling you, and feel free to really experiment and try different looks. If you want it, you can leave out the I-cord edge at the top and just weave in your ends normally, but I really liked having the convenience of weaving my ends in on the I-cord or with the help of the I-cord. I was playing around with the idea of doing a crochet edge at the top and hiding my yarns inside the crochet stitches, but my skills with the hook weren't up for it. If you are more familiar with crochet, you can of course do that instead. And let's just go through the basics. So this is a traditional triangle shawl, so it has the central spine, and like I said, increases on either side of that and on both sides, and the cast on happens here, and there it just kind of spreads out towards the outer edges. There are some purl rows here in the stockinette stripes, but there's enough going on, enough changes happening that it doesn't feel boring. I know some knitters really dislike doing long purl rows, so there is enough variety here to keep you interested, even if that is you. And the main color, like I said, is an alpaca wool mix. It's Novita Nalle Alpaca, which is a sport weight yarn, and it comes in 50 gram skeins. So this gray that you see here is equal to 50 grams. So I used that one ball when skein completely. And all of the contrast colors that I've used here are a mixture of leftover yarns from different projects in the years past. So like I said, a mixture of sport and fingering weight scraps. Some are sock yarns, some are 100% wool yarns, and some are wool and linen mixes. So even from those scraps, there's a nice mixture of different textures. The pattern for Earth Gatherer is now out in my Ravelry store, and the link to it is down below. Thank you so much for checking this pattern out. I will see you soon again.